All right, welcome back to episode 3 of season 1 of Elote as we're trying to prepare for the 2026 race season. We finally got the car back yesterday from Paint and Body. He kept it for a little bit trying to get our panels and everything back on, and we've got a lot of work we still got to do. But we've got a little bit of our products right here. I'm going to go over everything that we got going on this year and what we got going on that's new on the car this year. So, of course, we're going to start off with our HPT. They've helped us out with our turbos, per usual, and Turbosmart. They've been our biggest sponsors of everybody as far as our parts for the car. All right, so we've got our new turbos for the season. We are definitely making a lot more power this year, so we're going to need something bigger than what we were running before. We were on 64, 66s, but we were going to cap those out pretty quickly. So Eric from HPT has been our biggest help from over there, and he kind of recommended these size for the new stuff they're running because we're making some crazy power this year, and I'm excited. So let me show you what we got here. So we've got our new 72, 75 millimeter HPT turbos. These are going to put out some crazy power this year. The boost numbers that we're running are going to be much, almost double what we were running before. These are capable of, I want to see like 2,500 horsepower. I could be wrong. Don't put my word to it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But we're excited. We've got two of these things, two of them, and we've got to figure out how to fit them in the engine bay, which shouldn't be too bad. As you see, we got a lot of paneling gone now, but we're excited. They're going to be up front. We're still going to have the bull horns on the car, so we're going to have to figure out how that's going to work. But okay, so along with turbos, we are actually running brand new Turbosmart wastegates. So these aren't just any wastegates. These are their E gates. And of course, the E stands for electric. So we are now running a fuel tech this coming season. So we no longer going to have regular wastegates. We now got electric gates. So you no longer have to worry about, the lag. You don't got to worry about changing springs out when you want to make more power. This is all an internal electronic gate that can put as much boost as you want to put of this damn thing. You set it at 18 pounds of boost, you're going to get 18 pounds of boost. You're not going to have to keep putting springs in it because a 7-pound spring is never going to get 7 psi. It's always going to be, 6.5 or whatever. But this is going to be exactly what you need every single time. So, like I said, we're running a Fuel Tech FT600 this season. So we've got a lot of electronics to be changed out, and this is one of our biggest things for the season. So clearly the car is not really a car right now. It's more just a rolling chassis, but everything got painted. We have a lot of interior to put back in. Yes, it's still getting interior. We're not gutting it. We've got all the stuff inside the car. We are still debating on whether AC's going to go back in the car this season because this is a street car still, but that's a whole different thing now because we're running a bunch of different stuff that's kind of going to limit the AC, so we're going to have to work around that. But like I said, we have a lot of paneling needs to go back in. I mean, the trunk's full of stuff. I mean, the trunk's not even here. The trunk's gone, but we got a bunch of stuff inside the trunk that needs to go back in. Windows aren't even in, but the windows we're excited to leave them out for right now because they'll help us put everything back in, especially having to cut paneling for the roll cage. But shouldn't be too bad. We're going to start on that tonight, so we'll be recording a little bit of clips here soon of that, of us putting the interior back in. But yeah, we're excited to get going. Okay, well, y'all can see Colin's in the car right now. We're trying to figure out wiring because every harness on this car has been removed, if not moved out of the way so we can get the cage painted. So as you can see, we're trying to fish everything through and untangle it all because it was kind of tangled up in the trunk. So that's what we're messing with right now. But yeah, we're trying to, hopefully I'll fast forward this and everything will be where it's supposed to be. Okay, so we got all the harnessing in. Everything's all ran nice and neat. You got everything ran perfectly. Thank you to the guys. We got the liner just kind of chilling up here. I've got to still clip it in the center right here. It's all up in the back. We're going to get the carpet in right now and then start maybe doing paneling, but we're just going to get the carpet in first and see how it's going to route because we're going to have to cut the carpet. There's too many bars down where the carpet normally runs, so we're kind of just going to set it in here and kind of get our template on where we're going to have to be cutting everything, but we'll go from there. Okay, so we got the carpet back in. We got everything kind of cut out of the way for the bars. This still needs to kind of adjust a bit right here, but
We got everything out of the way. Got it cut and everything for the bars, so it's all cleared from there. And then we'll try to start putting plastics in. We'll probably start putting the back plastics in first, because the dash is more of a pain, because we literally got to cut the dash to get it around the bars. But that'll be a task probably for tomorrow. I think we're done for tonight. We're going to get some rest. It's already almost 11 o'clock here. It is 11 o'clock actually already. But that's probably wrapping up for tonight, and we'll continue tomorrow. But we did good so far today. Got at least the headliner in, the carpets in, while the wiring harness is back in. It's clipped back where it's supposed to be. And then we'll continue tomorrow with everything else. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it's a new day. We've got the plastics back in. We got the side paneling and everything. It was a pain. We still need to fix all this. I mean, we had to cut it to fit it through here, but we've got to really adjust it more still. That side, you can see it's in there too, but it's got this gap right here that we got to fix. Main problem is that it's beating it up right here really tight against the bar. So we're probably going to try and heat it up to see if we can get that to kind of sit in more, so this is more natural looking, because right now you can definitely tell it's being pushed out because of the bar. Carpet's been in. We're finally putting the pedals in, so I'm trying to get my brake pedal back in, because we've got a manual brake kit that we're putting in for Motion Race Works. So here's the outside plate. The brake will be on this side, so this will bolt through the factory brake, and so everything will still work like normal, like the brake lights and all that stuff. But it's looking good. It's finally coming back together. We got most of the headliner back up. Still got to put the back glass in, the front glass, but we're going to kind of wait, because it'll make it easier for us to cut and measure, especially the dash. That's going to be a pain when we got to get that in. But everything else is good. It all looks good. It all snapped in good. Like I said, we're just going to mess with this more. We're not going to put the back windshield in yet, just because we're going to be working back here still, and it makes it a lot easier when you have room and you can really stick the panels through the window. Because I feel like if the window was in, I don't know how these panels would come in. So we're going to keep working and I'm going to get the brakes and the pedal and everything in right now. And we'll keep working at it. Also forgot to mention, we finally got our pedal stop for the gas pedal, because we got it in here. We're probably going to do some clearancing right there, because it is hitting that. I mean, it's close though. I mean, it's really close. But this is going to sit back here. We're going to make a hole, but we're just going to sit back here to keep the pedal from going too far and stretching out our cable. We got to make sure that's set exactly how it needs to be, because that's how you will stretch out the cable and have throttle issues. So once the motor and everything's in, we'll get all that set and get this set too. But I'm gonna get that put in later today too, probably, so at least it's in there and we can keep going, and at least it's in place for us. Alright, we're gonna get our gloves on, start getting these brakes put together. I do not know how to put gloves on right. Anyways, we're gonna start getting on the brakes, put back together, because not put back together, we're gonna put them together, because they're brand new in box from TBM. Got all the goodies in the box right here. Gonna get them up. I'm gonna have to shim them still. We'll see if we're gonna do that tonight. If we're gonna do that maybe next video, but get them on. I don't like the brakes getting all rusty for my hands, so I put gloves on. Man, I gotta sweep still. We gotta get the dash back in here so we can cut holes for where these bars are gonna be and get that slid in here. We still need to work under the dash, so I'm probably just gonna have it. We're just gonna cut it so we can get it ready, at least so it's ready to go up. And then once we're actually ready to bolt it in and everything, we'll bolt it in. But I think for now, at least we can get it fitted and everything and get that going. I'm going to be working on the brakes today. Got to get the front brakes back in. I still have to run my lines, but since we have the manual brake conversion now, I've got to be able to actually get other lines made, since the ABS is also gone. So they have to go from right there up to here and then kind of Y off to the rest of the brakes. So trying to get that taken care of right now. I'm gonna order those. I'm probably gonna get the brakes in today. So there's JJ. We got TBMs from Motion Raceworks. Gonna get those in, kind of get them all set up, and kind of go from there for right now. Keep hustling so we can get presentable for Mustang Week coming up. All right. Yeah, I've been wanting some of these for a minute now. Finally got some. I'm excited to get these. Got to get them all put together. Wear my gloves so I don't get them all oily or dirty from my hands. And look at that. Pretty. All right. There's that. Got the instructions. Rackets. Another paper. We got some stickers in here. These are for the line lock. We won't need those right now. More brake lines just for the rear. Won't need those right now. I believe these are the line lock solenoids. Yeah, won't need those right now. Leave those in the box. And this is going to be our brake hardware. We are going to need this. Yes. Bolts. These are going to be the calipers, man. These things are pretty. Look at that. TBM F1s. Here's the other one. Look at that. What have we got in here? Pads. Look how tiny those are. That's crazy. And these things stop relatively they stop very well for what they are sized at. So, I mean, look at that. That's crazy. Pad. There we go. Rotors are on the bottom right here. Here's some room. There you go, look at that. Alright, got our rag. Caliper cleaner, brake cleaner, same thing. Make some room right here. Like I said, I'll normally get these clean because sometimes I'll have oil on them, and gotta be safe and sorry and it not be clean enough for what we need it to be clean for. There you go. Alright. We need our Loctite. Let me grab that. Boom. Alright. Bear with me as I get all these in. I'll give you all a little time lapse. Make this a lot faster than you'll having to watch me put all 8 of these bolts in. Alright, all of our bolts in there. Time to get everything all torqued. 18 foot-pounds. Alright, got our handy dandy torque wrench. 18 foot-pounds. Not too bad. Jesus Christ, man. He's making a mess. There you go. Boom, there's one. Nice. Alright, there's one out of the way. Look at that cut. Alright, number 2. Hat number 2. Boom. Boom. Trash thing out of here. Get trash out of our already congested area. We'll do the same thing on these bolts. We're going to clean them. Make sure we don't have any oil or anything on them. Sometimes they will come with oil on them, but that'll be safe and sorry. There you go. Nice and clean. Lay our rag down. Boom. Number 2. Alright. There's our 2 rotors all put together with the hat on them now. All torqued down. Probably going to be up doing brackets next. So. Alright, let's get the brackets on. Get these 2. Bracket 1. Bracket number 2. A little bit. Alright, we gotta get these brackets on next. So, need a few pieces of hardware. So, bolt, washer, nut. Sorry, no. Bolt, lock washer, washer, spacer on the front sides. So, here's our bolts. Bolt, 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 bolt. See, now there's a mix of washers on here, but there's only one lock washer. Yeah. Got these ones. Maybe, am I wrong? I am wrong. Alright, so it's not these washers. Let's not lose those. Lock washer, lock washer, lock washer, lock washer, and then our regular washers. Oh, maybe one missed. There we go. Washer, washer, let's go the other way. Washer, washer, washer. Alright. Cool. Alright, so are these the same? They are the same. Alright, so this and our spacers. Spacer, spacer, bolt. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see in here. Ugh. I might need to get some light actually, because the lighting ain't the best over here. Let's get some light. There we go. Look, now we got some light in here. Alright, so this is going to go on like so. And spacer. Same at the bottom. Oh, look that easy. Alright, let's get those torque down, 65 foot-pounds. Where am I going? Too far. Too far back. There you go. Man. There's one. Okay, let's adjust. Let's adjust. Alright, there's one bracket on. Then we'll get the rotor put on this side. Alright, so now we're going to get the calipers put on there. We'll leave the pads out for right now just so we can get them mounted up. This will be the, let's see, the bleeder to be up. So we're looking at the brake. Yeah, so this one will be the yes, this is going to be the driver's side, passenger side. Bleeder's up. Get our hardware. Bolts, another bolts, bolts. Same thing like before. Lock washer. Come on, lock washer. Hello? There it goes. Why does it fit so tight? There it goes. Got it down. Boom. And the washers right here. Got our shims. We're going to need those in a second. Get our washers put on here. Washer. Boom. We'll do our one side first, so it'll be on the back. Passenger side. We gotta torque these two. There you go. Look at that. All right, let's go do the other side real quickly. Bolts, spacer, bracket. Let's just bring the hat with us this time. Get our light back over here. go. Look at that. Okay. Get this one snug up on here. Ooh, oh, alright. Okay. Get this one started on there. We'll go with our ratchet and get them snug per the instructions. Where am I going? Okay. I feel like that's pretty snug. Let's see what do they want us to do next. So remove the pad retainer. If already inserted, insert the brake pads from the top to the bottom. We got our brake pads right here. Okay, let's get the retaining pin loose out of here. Okay, I'm going to slide our pads in here. There's one. Come on, you in there? Here it goes. Alright. What's going on here? Okay. There's that. That's all in there. There we go. No contact. Perfect. Mount it on there. Back to the instructions. $37 foot-pounds for the copper bolts. Get a torque wrench back out. Over here. Nope, no, don't do that. $37 foot-pounds. Okay, there's one. Alright, same thing on the other side. Let's get to it. Got move our light back over. Let's get this set up over there. There we go. All right.
As always, thank you guys for watching our channel. I really appreciate the support. Like, subscribe if y'all can. That'd be great. We do have t-shirts, by the way, if that's another way to support us. We have them $25 each. We're working on a site right now to sell them so we can actually ship them easier and faster. But if you like a shirt, you can DM us on Instagram or even on Facebook, and we'll go back to you. And we ship nationwide as long as you're in the lower 48. Shipping's pretty cheap. It's $10 most of the time. But like I said, thank you guys, appreciate it, and y'all have a good one.